Hello everybody, it is Yami Fujita and once again we are back, ready to continue where we left off a few days ago with the second class trial in Danganronpa Trigger Happy Happiness. We took a recess. It's the first time that's happened. We took a recess from this trial, which is shocking because it seems like it's more clear who did it this time than it was the last time. The entire time, I knew going into this that there were only two possible people who could have did this to Chihiro. So, if anybody else actually did it, now's the time for the game to surprise me and let me know. Let's go ahead and load ourselves back in. Our options are still good. We were on a recess, so let's continue and see what we gotta do. Before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in lead. And where she took us? Where did she take us? Back to the scene of the crime? Alright. Back in the girls' locker room.
ここは散々調べたぞ。今さらなんだというのだ。
被害者の死体、もう一度詳しく調べてみて。
Oh my goodness, again? Did we still miss something? You wanna check it again?
全身をじっくりと。
じっくりと死体を触れって。
But how else are we gonna do it carefully?
無理無理無理無理。
女性の体をベタベタと触るわけにもいかないから。僕は遠慮した方がいいだろうな。
俺は気持ち悪いとかそういうあれじゃなくて、これには宗教上の
Based on
問題がある
religious
とか
grounds?
ないとか。
ならば我がやろう。
Okay, thank you, Sakura.
でも女の子のさくらちゃんが死体に触るなんて。
Oh my
やっ
gosh,
ぱ
come
ここは
on.
男子に任せた方が。
いや、藤崎も男に触られるよりは女である我に触られる方がマシだろう。
It's much more appropriate this way.
我に任せておけ。
さくらちゃん。
あれユリなの？二人ってそういう関係？
そんなんじゃないよ。ふざけないで。
We gotta get her fixed. There's some medication or something.
藤崎よ。すまん。
Oh, sorry. Alright, putting her hands together in brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body. Okay, hang on. Alright.
全身をじっくりと調べるのよ。そうすれば謎が解けるわ。
全身をとは言うが、こんなことに一体何の意味が。
What? What happened?
どうしたの？
What on earth happened?
そんなバカだ。
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled. It is definitely not like... If Sakura is doing this, you know there's a problem. If Sakura is the one screaming and trembling, you know that there is a problem.
こいつは
This girl... What?
何？
男だ。
I gotta memorize my faces. Are you kidding me? This dead body is a male's body. So what Tonko said about genocide, Jack or Jill, whatever, only having male victims? No, well, here you go. Apparently, this is the dead body of a male, not a female. My goodness, guys, we just...
そうですか。男の人でしたが、本当にありがとうございました。
冗談だべ。
我は冗談など言わぬ。
本当なのか。
Like, don't tell me this entire time Chihiro was a boy.
男？藤崎さんが？
That Chihiro was a boy the whole time.
ほらほら、お前ら知らなかったの？そんなの
Oh,
最初か
shut
ら
up,
分
man.
かりき
Come
って
on.
ることじゃん。
You say, what? You guys didn't know? I knew the whole time.
藤崎千尋は男の子だよ。
なんとじゃそうだったか。己燃えやがる。やっときやがった。
Okay, that just sounds horrible. The way you said it like that. That just, it just sounds horrible
キリギリ
now.
さんが見せたいものってこれのことだったんだね。
No answer. Come on, Kyoko.
うっぷっぷっぷっぷ。確かに面白くなってきたね。こいつは盛り上がってまいりましたよ。じゃあテンションを持続させたまま裁判所に戻ってさっさと議論を再開させましょうか。
Alright, recess over. We're back in the
長ら
trial.
くお待たせしました。ではでは学級裁判を再
Oh, wait
開
a
し
minute.
ま
Hold on.
す。
Wait a minute, hang on. Okay. Alright, I forgot to get my video, help guide video back up. Alright, here we go.
衝撃の事実発覚。藤崎千尋は男だった。ではその続きからどうぞ。
I cannot believe this
ど
man.
んな理由があったかは知らないけど、藤崎千尋は女性ではなく男性だった。それは確かよ。
Yeah, I'm not sure about the reason for hiding it either, but okay. To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, the thought had never even crossed my mind.
そして被害者
I
が
mean, of
男
course
性
it
だっ
wouldn't
た
cross your
なら
mind.
男子更衣室にも問題なく入れたはずよ。
So that explains how he was able to get access to the boys' locker room.
奴の電子生徒手帳が男のものならそうなるな。
もちろん男子の電子生徒手帳を配ってあるよ。だって藤崎くんは男の子だもん。
そうなると苗木くんの推理通りだとしても何も問題ないわね。被害者は男子更衣室で殺され、その後女子更衣室に運ばれた。
Alright, so
女子更衣室に入るときは前園さんや江ノ島さんの電子生徒手帳を使えば
looks like
容
we're
易だったは
reverting
ず
back to
よ。
that claim.
では藤崎君が殺された現場は本当に男子更衣室だったのだな。
相変わらず現場を移動させた意図はわからないけど、その可能性は高いでしょうね。
And I don't understand then the motive of moving the stained rug out of the girls' locker room into the boys' locker room, if that's where the crime was committed.
そうか、妙だと思ったんだ。あいつの体の感触、女の体の割にはどうも違和感があった。
You knew he felt a little off?
なんか興奮するシチュエーションね。
だがこれで繋がった。全ての謎がようやく明らかになったな。
明らかになるも何もあんたが犯人って流れだったはずだけど。
面白い。実に面白いじゃないか。
He refuses to deny it. It's just you're not helping your case.
違う世界に行ってしまいましたな。
それで苗木君はどう思うの？これでもまだ犯人は戸上君だと思うの？
藤崎さんの死をジェノサイダーショーの犯行に見せかけたのは間違いなく戸上君だったと思う。
There's no evidence to suggest anybody else has done it yet.
だけど僕はやっぱり犯人は戸上君じゃないのかも。
何の？そもそも苗木誠殿が言い出しっぺなのに？
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
戸上君の余裕の態度、謎が解けるのを楽しんでるみたいだ。まるで他人事だよ。そんな風に振る舞っていられるのって。
実際に他人事だから。
それに戸上君が残した証拠はなんていうかあからさますぎるんだよ。わざわざ延長コードを使うことで自分が関わった証拠をあえて残したような、そんな風に思えるんだ。それに君は殺害現場が男子更衣室だと知った時明らかに動揺した様子を見せたよね。藤崎さんが男だと知った時もだよ。本当の犯人ならそんなところで動揺するはずがないのに。
なるほどな。
Well, I mean,
そうか。
trying
明
to
確
hide
な
it.
根拠がないのが気になるが、まあいいだろう。とりあえず正解にしておいてやるか。
正解？
苗木の言う通りだ。俺は犯人ではない。たまたま最初に女子更衣室で死体を見つけたんで、あんな偽装をしてみたというわけ
Decided
だ。
to alter it.
てめえふざけてんのか？
ふざけてなどいない。これが真相だ。
信じられるか？
信じたくないならそれで結構。みんなで仲良く処刑にでもなるか？
It's just this just goes to show me that we are still not even close to figuring this out now.
もしそれ
Like
が
all
本
the
当なら
things
さ、
that we talked about in
じゃ
that
あ
last
あ
screen
んたが
mean
どうして
nothing now.
死体の偽装なんかしたの？
そんな理由などどうでもいい。今は犯人を当てる方が重要なはずだぞ。おい、苗木。俺が犯人ではないなら、本当の犯人は誰だというんだ？
それはもう少し話し合ってみないとわからないけど。
まだ続けんの？もういいんでない？どう考えても戸上っちが犯人だって。
Yeah, I gotta wipe my glasses off. Alright.
私は付き合うわよ。疑問があるならとことん話し合うべき。もしここで判断を誤れば、私たちはみんな揃って処刑されるんだし。
そうですわね。では私もお付き合いいたしましょう。
もちろん俺も参加するべ。
君には意志というものがないのか。
昆虫じゃねえし意志くらいあんぞ。
とにかくもう一度話し合ってみようよ。犯人を決めるのはその後でも遅くないはずだよ。
Well, we need to hurry up at this point.
確かにそうだな。
命かかっちゃってるしね。
それでは犯人当てゲームの再開といこうか。
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Like, who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means that the killer... that means that the killer has to be a guy. And since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. And since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Alright, so Celeste's account. Like I said,
何か犯人に繋がる手がかりはないのか。
手がかりと言われても、誰か犯人を目撃していないのか。
してたら最初から言うべ。
ならば被害者の目撃でもよい。
今は少しでも新しい情報が必要だしね。
無理無理、やっぱ無理だって。どうせ被害者を目撃したのだって犯人だけだべ。そいつも名乗り出ねえだろうし。
I didn't mean to press that.
おしまいだべ。
おしまいだって嫌だ。
I meant to just press the triangle button one time. There is an eyewitness regarding about Chihiro. So yeah, I meant to press
何
that.
か犯人に繋がる手がかりはないのか。
手がかりと言われても、誰か犯人
してたら最初から言う。
ならば被害者の目撃でもよい。
今は少しでも新しい情報が必要だしね。
I keep
無理
pressing
無理。や
the...
っぱ無理だ
Like
って
it keeps on doing the wrong thing. Like I'm not trying to hold on to it. Like I'm not trying to hold on to the triangle button.
何
I'm
か
trying
犯
to
人に
fire.
繋がる手がかりはないのか。
誰か犯人
してたら最初から。
ならば被害者の目撃でもよい。
今は少しでも新しい情報が必要だしね。
無理無理。
Missed
やっぱ無理
again.
だってどうせ被害者を目撃し犯人
Like no, we are wasting time.
おしまいだって嫌だ。
何か犯人に繋がる手がかりはないのか。
誰か犯人を
してたら最初。
ならば被害者の目撃でもよい。
今は少しでも新しい情報が必要だしね。しまった。
Forget it. Like I'm watching the video. Okay.
何か犯人につながる手がかり。
誰か犯人してたら最初から
ならば被害者の目撃でもよ。
今が少しでも新しい情報。
無理無理、やっぱ無理だって。どうせ被害者を目撃したのだって。犯人だけだべ。
Okay, no, we are down to 8 minutes left now.
被害者を目撃した人なら他にもいたはずだよ。そうだよね、セレスさん。
そういえばそうでした。私が見ていましたわね。
マジですか？
ああ、この話は苗木君にしかしていませんでしたか。
Yeah, only I was told.
では皆さん知らなかったのですね。ですから醜く騒いでいらしたのですね。
いいからさっさと話したまえ。
昨日の夜時間になる直前でした。藤崎君を寄宿舎の倉庫で目撃したのです。藤崎君はスポーツバッグの中にジャージなどを詰め込んでおられました。おそらくその足でトレーニングに向かったのでしょう。
スポーツバッグにジャージ？現場にそんなものは残されていなかったぞ。
Yeah, exactly. That's what we said to Celeste as well.
犯人が処分したのだろう。証拠隠滅のためにな。
Yeah, that could
その
be.
時なのですが、彼は気になる言葉を口走っていたのです。
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
藤崎君は確かに急ぐと言っていましたわ。急ぐということは誰かと待ち合わせをしていた。そうは考えられませんか？
That has to be it. Somebody had to have been waiting for him there.
つまり藤崎千尋殿は誰かと待ち合わせをし、その人物とトレーニングに向かったと。
我や朝比奈がいくら誘っても一緒にトレーニングしようとはしなかったのにと。
それは正体がバレるのが嫌だったからだろ。
逆に言えば待ち合わせをしていた人物はよほど信頼されていたのですね。
So, meeting with somebody that he clearly trusted a lot. Which
大
is
事な秘
who?
密がバレても構わないと思えるほどに。麗しき友情ね。
要はその待ち合わせ相手が犯人で、それが誰なのかを突き止めればいいんだね。
でもこれだけの手がかりじゃ見当も。
ついているじゃない。
You already have what you need to make the connection?
もう犯人は分かってるじゃない。
本当か？誰だ？誰が犯人だ？
See, you're smirking.
犯人が処分したスポーツバッグやジャージに注目してみるのよ。
The track jacket and duffel bag the killer
そ
disposed
の
of.
特徴から考えれば彼が誰と会ったかは明白になるはずよ。
Duffel bag and track jacket.
それは本当なんですの？すでに処分された証拠から犯人が判明するなんて。
まさか指紋を調べるとか？
道具もないのに素人の僕らには無理だ。
I'm trying to think about conversations that I had with everybody prior to this happening.
そもそも証拠品はすでに処分されている。指紋を取るにも現物がなければどうしようもあるまい。
それでも推理ならできるはずよ。みんなでよく話し合ってみればわかるわ。
話し合ってみろって言われても。じゃあセレスちゃんに聞くけど、そのバッグやジャージには何か特徴とかなかった？
バッグは倉庫にある普通のバッグでしたわ。倉庫にあるバッグはその一種類だけですし、特徴と言われましても。
我の記憶によればジャージにはある程度の種類があったはずだ。ということは藤崎の持っていたジャージに犯人につながる手がかりがあるのではないか。
I have no idea. Like,
だったら 彼が持っていたジャージについて話し合ってみましょうか。
Okay, does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Alright, back to Celeste's account.
そもそも藤崎千尋はトレーニングに行こうとしていたはずよ。
Okay,
そこ
that's
で彼
correct.
はどうしてあんなジャージを選んだのかしらね。
あんなジャージとはどういう意味だ？
分かったぞ。彼が選んだジャージは犯人が持っているものとお揃いだったのだな。
つまり犯人はあいつと同じ青いジャージを持ってんだな。俺のは黒いジャージだ。
Okay, that wasn't the one.
しまった。
But I can't keep making mistakes. Like, I just can't. Alright.
そもそも藤崎千尋は
トレーニングにそこで彼あんなジャージを選んだ。
あんなジャージ。
分かったぞ。あれ犯人が持っているものとお揃いだ。
つまり犯人はあいつと同じ
This
青
is
い
the
ジャ
one I
ージ。
need to shoot.
それは違うよ。ちょっと待って大和田君、今の言葉はおかしいよ。
Because how did he know that the tracksuit was blue?
おかしいって何がだ。
だってさっきセレスさんが証言した時は
We saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, as she did not specify a color.
ジャージの色に
And she never said
何も言ってなか
anything
った
about the jacket's color.
それ藤崎さんが着ていたジャージが青だって知ってるの？
何言ってんだよおめえ。
おいセレス、藤崎のジャージの色とは何色だったんだ？
確かに青でしたわね。
その話学級裁判前に誰かにした？
She couldn't have, like he said. We were the
私
only
が
ones she
この
spoke
話
to.
をしたのは苗木くんだけですわ。
So, Mondo, you just ratted yourself out. Potentially.
では大和田はいつ知ったのだ。藤崎千尋のジャージが青いということ。
そりゃ
捜査の時にそのジャージを見つけて。
How?
いいえ、それはないわ。私たちが捜査を始めた時、バッグとジャージはすでに処分された後だったはずよ。
Yeah, exactly. He's like, stop trying to defend him.
じゃあそいつがジャージの色を知ってるのは死ぬ前のチータンが持ってるのを見ていたから、それしかねえじゃん。
If he saw, come on now.
チータンって藤崎ちゃんのこと？
でどうなのよ、あんたはジャージを見たの？見なかったの？
たまたまだ。昨日の夜たまたま見たんだ。あいつがジャージを持って歩いてるとこよ。
Oh, so he just walked past you, that's it?
いや、
You
それもありえない
and
よ。
Tonka were together
だって
in the
セレス
bathhouse.
さんの証言によると
There's no way. And stumped it in a hurry, almost like they were trying to hide it.
藤崎さんはセレスさんに指摘された後、ジャージをバッグの中にしまったらしいんだ。 だからたまたま見ただけじゃバッグの中のジャージの色なんてわからないはずだよ。
墓穴を掘ったのね。
むしろそう仕向けたんだろう。そのためにあんなことを言ったんだな。藤崎千尋のジャージの特徴から考えれば奴が誰と会ったのかは明白だなんてざれ言を。
なるほど。ウラフだったのですね。あなたの真の目的は犯人の出現を引き出すことだったのですね。
That's just very clever.
そのために犯人が分かったなどと言って動揺を誘った。
そうよ。ただし私は最初から大和田君を狙い撃ちにするつもりだった。
No,
怪しいのは彼だと分かっていたから。
she knew it was him from the very beginning. Apparently.
どうして大和田
Yeah,
君
like
が
what
怪しい
made you
と
so
思った？
suspicious?
さあどうしてかしら。
Was it the way he was acting?
私が大和田君を怪しいと思ったきっかけは、大和田君、あなたが無意識かもしれないけど男性と女性で呼称が変わるのよ。
Was that the right answer? Hold on. Because I definitely admit the way he was acting did completely flip him and Taka.
女性のことはあの女なんて呼ぶけど、男性のことはあいつと呼んでいたはずよ。そして殺人が起きた後、大和田君は藤崎千尋のことをあいつと呼ぶようになっていたわ。
Oh my goodness. How did we miss that?
その時
Are
に
they
思
gonna
った
show
の。
a replay?
大和田君は藤崎千尋が男だと知っていたんじゃないか。
Because I missed that entirely.
そんな些細なことに気づいていたと？
あんた魔女、恐ろしい女ね。
いいえ、恐ろしいのは私なんかじゃない。本当に恐ろしいのは人を、仲間を殺す人間よ。
大和田君、本当に君なの？本当に君が藤崎さんを
You,
殺したの？
if you're gonna try to explain yourself, then now's the chance, Mondo. Because I gotta tell you, my suspicion was entirely on Bianca and Tonko. But if he committed the murder, Bianca, why did you tamper with the body? Like, I don't understand that. Who wrote Bloodlust on the wall? Like, did he do that too? Like...
殺してねえ。大体何なんだよ。さっきから聞いてる揚げ足取ったり言葉尻取られた程度で俺を犯人扱いするってのか？
そうだ、兄弟がそんなことするはずがない。
You're still defending him?
に決まってる。
確かに根拠としては弱いわね。
そんなあっさりと。
And she's backtracking
ですが
that
困
fast?
りましたわね。もう手がかりはありませんわよ。
そろそろ出番かと囁いております。
僕のゴーストが。
そういえば山田君は言ってたよね。犯人の証拠を見つけたとか。
Oh yeah, a long time ago to the point where I forgot about it.
本当？それってどんな証拠なの？
Whatever you found is gonna be the bullet. The literal truth bullet.
いやー、冷静に考えてみるとあまり関係ないかもし
Oh
れま
my
せん。
goodness, come on.
急に自信なくすなっつうの。いいから出してみ。
そこまで言うならじゃあこれです。
E-handbook?
あねね、それは？
電子生徒手帳です。
落ちてるのを見つけ、そして拾った
Laying
の
on
で
the
す。
ground where? You found it on the ground, then it must belong to... Is it Chihiro's or Mondo's? Like, I'm not getting this wrong. Like, I'm not getting this wrong.
What? 確か藤崎さんの電子生徒手帳
Like, her Eve handbook was missing, or his Eve handbook was missing. Exactly.
ええ、そうだったわね。
やはりそうでしたか。僕もそう思ってたんですよ。これは藤崎千尋殿のものではないかって。
じゃあそこに犯人の手がかりがあるんだね。
と思ったのですが、壊れてて起動すらしませ
It
んでし
won't
た。
turn on. So somebody broke his handbook.
おそらく
But well, I thought
殺
they
人が
couldn't be
行われ
broken.
た後、犯人が証拠隠滅を兼ねて壊したのでしょう。
I thought those handbooks couldn't be broken.
だが妙だな。その電子生徒手帳はそう簡単に壊れないはずだぞ。
ええ、その通りです。完全防水でショック耐性も強いからめったなことでは壊れないはずなんですが。
Okay, so no, it's not impossible to break it then. You just said it would take an awful lot.
ですが、この電子生徒手帳は壊れていますわよ。玄関ホールにあった桑田くんの電子生徒手帳もです。自信満々の割には壊れすぎじゃありません？
うぷぷ、実はそこに謎があったりして。さて、どうして電子生徒手帳は壊れたんでしょうかね。
And how did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. Hitting its weak point, as Monokuma mentioned. Exactly, that events have a weak point.
弱点があるって。
時、覚えてた。確かにそう口を滑らせたかもしれないけど、でも弱点の詳細は誰にも言ってないんだからね。
だがめったなことでは壊れぬ電子生徒手帳が立て続けに2体も壊れているとなると。
誰かがその弱点に気づいたとしか思えないわね。ねえ、モノクマは知っているのよね。その弱点って何なの？
Well, he's probably not gonna want to tell us.
それを言えと？
学級裁判をフェアに進めるためにも必要な情報だと思うけど。
でもそれを教えちゃって真似する人が出てきたら困るからな。
いいじゃん、教えて。絶対に真似しないから。
しょうがないな。お願いされると弱いんだよね。でもじゃあ特別に発表いたしましょう。無敵な電子生徒手帳の唯一の弱点とは？
It better not be something so stupid.
長時間高温状態にさらされると熱暴走してぶっ壊れてしまうんです。
So the same as any electronic device, pretty much. Exposed to high temperatures for a long time. So, let's think about like what areas in this school would have extremely high temperatures. Or maybe if you like shove it in your bag and like completely stuff it in there and it gets overheated. I don't know. Let's see.
やっぱり
No, wait, what? You knew it? What do you mean you knew it?
この電子生徒手帳はサウナに落ちていました
The
か。
sauna. Okay, yep. See, there's the sauna. Mondo, get out of here. Like, you're out, Mondo. Hifumi just completely put the nail in the coffin for you, Mondo. I just said earlier, like a few minutes ago, Mondo and Tonka were in the sauna together. prior to this incident happening. Which means potentially both of them probably did it. Both Mondo and Taka probably aided each other in this murder. But for now, we'll say Mondo. But Taka continues to try to defend him, so it's only making him seem very guilty as well. But the fact that it was laying on the floor in the sauna completely exposes Mondo. So, we'll see what they gotta say, but Mondo and Taka, I'm not ruling out the possibility that both of them aided in the murder, rather than it just being Mondo by himself. Or Taka by himself.
サウナの室温は摂氏100度にもなりますが、どうしてやけどしないのか。
Well, they were certainly sweating their butts off.
それは蒸発した汗の水分を含有する空気層が皮膚の周囲にできて皮膚を守ってくれるからです。ちなみにサウナで高温の空気を皮膚に直接吹きつけるとやけどしますが、これは皮膚の周囲の空気層が乱れるせいなのです。そのためサウナで動き回ると皮膚に痛みが生じます。ですのでサウナ内は静かにしておくようにしましょうね。
なるほど、また一つ賢くなったぞ。
You didn't learn it, you already knew it. You and Mondo were in there burning.
どうでもいい豆知識ですけどね。
でもさ、被害者の電子生徒手帳がサウナで発見され
Come
たっ
on,
てことは
Makoto, bring it home.
もしかして犯人は狙って壊したのかな。高温って弱点を狙って。
ではやはり犯人は知っていたのだな、電子生徒手帳の弱点を。
でも犯人はどうやって知ったの？
Taka also has been saying to us that he does a whole lot of studying. Like every day studying. And that's why I really think that either both of them aided in the murder, or it was just one of them. One or the other.
謎ですな。
Now, Makoto, bring this home, man.
偶然知ったんだとしたら
Found out by accident? I mean, well, maybe.
犯人は何かの折に偶然サウナで電子生徒手帳を壊してしまった。
Well, the only person's handbook that's also broken is Leon's.
そこで電子生徒手帳の弱点を知ったおかげで
Well, you know what? No, never mind. She's saying that what if, because the one that they're saying is broken is Shahido's, because it was left in the sauna, and she's saying that either Mondo or Taka broke theirs as well because they took it with them into the sauna without realizing that that was a weakness. High temperatures.
2度目の藤崎千尋の時は狙って壊すことが可能となった。
可能性はあるかもしれんが、では誰がそれをやったんだ。サウナに電子生徒手帳を持ち込み壊してしまった人間など
心当たりがあるかもしれない。
Exactly. Come on now, bring it home.
マジですかいな。
一人だけ心当たりがあるよ。電子
You're already trembling. Oh, we didn't even say it yet. Like, this is why I said I think both Taka and Mondo colluded to do it. And not just Mondo. Like, Taka is already trembling. We didn't even say his name yet. Like, you are exposing yourself. And who would have brought the event into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. Well, that's Mondo. That's Mondo. Now, Mondo was wearing all his clothes. Nataka was not.
サウナで電子生徒手帳を壊したのって君なんじゃないかな。
なんだと？
Yeah, Taka was not wearing all his clothes. He was almost naked. Hey, you had all your clothes on.
なぜだ、なぜそうなる。
And you're still trying to defend him. Why?
前に大和田君と石丸君はサウナで我慢比べをしたよね。
Yeah, we remember that.
その時
And
大和田
Mondo
君は制服を
exactly
着た
had
まま
all his
サウナに
clothes
入
on.
ってたけどさ、あの時の制服には電子生徒手帳が入ったままだったんじゃないの。そこで大和田君は知ったんじゃないのかな。電子生徒手帳がサウナで壊れてしまったこと。
待て、立ちたまえ。そんな兄弟が人を、僕は認めんぞ。明確な根拠を言いたまえ。
Okay, well, does somebody have his handbook? I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, we found something? I wasn't paying attention. We found something, broken handbook, and the card reader. Card reader.
苗木君の推理通りだとすると、大和田君は以前自分の電子生徒手帳を壊していることになるわね。
つまり大和田君の生徒手帳が壊れていれば今の推理が正しいということになりますわね。
俺の電子生徒手帳はちゃんと動くぞ。
Nope, it went away just in time. Like, come on.
苗木君の推理は間違っているんだ。兄弟が人を殺すはずがないんだ。
Yeah, shoot at the, I don't need to watch this video. Like, I can shoot.
大和田君は以前自分の電子生徒手帳を壊していることになるわね。
つまり大和田君の生徒手帳が今の推理が正しいという。
俺の電子生徒手帳はちゃんと動く。
No, come on, come on.
やはり苗木兄弟が人を殺すはずがないんだ。
Aim at the words.
大和田君が自分の電子生徒、つまり大和田君の生徒、今の推理が正しい。
俺の電子生徒手帳はちゃんと動くぞ。
Well, if it's not that one, then it's the other one.
苗木君の推理、大和田君が自分の電子生徒、つまり大和田君の今の推理が正しいという。
俺の電子生徒手帳はちゃんと動くぞ。
ほら見ろ。やはり苗木君の推理は間違っているんだ。
So that one's not right either.
しまった。
So we have to do the memory thing next. It's probably the memory stuff. Or I have to hold on to it. No, wait, what? So I was right. Like, why was it saying that I was wrong? Oh, what Mondo said was the no broken e-handbook. I need to make sure I'm on this.
自分の電子生徒手帳、つまり大和田君の今の推理が正しい。
俺の電子生徒手帳は
Thank you. I had the wrong truth bullet loaded in.
そもそも大和田君が持ってる電子生徒手帳って本
Oh
当に大和田
crap, you
君のも
see?
のなの？
Bring it on, man. Is that e-handbook in your pocket yours?
ういう意味だ。
No, what do you mean? Is that what am I supposed to mean by that? Is the e-handbook in your pocket right now yours?
本当はあの手帳が大和田君のものなんじゃないの？
君はさっきから何を言ってるんだ。
The one that we saw in the main hall was actually his, not Leon's.
つまり大和田君は交換したんじゃないのかな。壊れた自分の電子生徒手帳と桑田君の電子生徒手帳だってモノクマも言ってたはずだよ。桑田君の手帳が壊れたはずないって。
そうですね。あの程度のお仕置きでは壊れませんよ。
つまり玄関ホールに置かれていたのは実は大和田くんの電子生徒手帳で、そして今大和田くんが持っているものこそが桑田くんの電子生徒手帳ということですね。
And if we turn it on,
でも交換って校則に引っかからないの？他人に貸すのは禁止っていう。
yeah, loaning it. He didn't loan it, he took it.
僕はこう判断しました。他人への対応禁止という校則ではありますが、死人は他人なのか、いやもはや人ではないのでグレーゾーンですが OK です。何より面白いので OK にしました。よって死人と電子生徒手帳を交換してもルール違反にはならないと判断しました。
どうなの大和田君。今の推理が間違ってるなら言ってくれないか。間違ってるなら僕はそれでいいんだけど。
おめえどうしたんだ兄弟。言ってやりたまえ。間違いだと。そうだ間違いだ。間違いに決まっている。今の推理はどこかが決定的に間違っている。全てお
You
前
made
の
it
でっ
all
ち
up.
上げな
Come
んだ。
on now, man.
だったらもう一度最初から事件を振り返ってみようか。今の推理が正しいかどうか全てはそこで判明するはずだよ。
Alright, so is this the comic strip now? Alright. So it starts off with Shihito putting stuff into her bag. Then she runs into Celeste. So that has to go there. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Wait. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, I put that there, okay. So next she goes into the girls' locker room. Or uses the card to get in. And then it's the, hey, how's it going? Leaves it. Or goes in. It gets locked on her. And then the dumbbell gets picked up. It's now in their hands. She looks back like, oh my goodness. Or wait, no. So when does this come into play? Okay, I'm just gonna, like, I can't spend an eternity doing this. Like, I'm sorry guys, I know that this is So far, it looks like I'm correct. Yeah, so far I'm correct. No, this is not supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. No, where you... Stop. Okay. And then this is supposed to be here. And then... over here. Is this. There's more stuff on the right I was missing. If this isn't actually right, then just it's because I'm watching a video and copying. So I don't know if what this person's doing is actually correct or not. I'm just copying because I refuse to get anything wrong. So the strike on the head and then it rolls up the mat. Well, here, without even looking at the video, I think that this would have to be the next one. Takes up the cords. Or wait, hold on. No. No. Forget it, just keep going. Start taking everything away, the cleaning up the rug. Oh wait, wrong spot. Here. It takes off the poster, picks her up, and then... Is it just swapping the posters? Girls' locker room door is next. Goes into the girls' locker room. Picks up the key card. Uses it to get in. Making sure I wasn't muted. Alright, and then hangs the poster up in the locker room. And now we start talking about the rope. Oh wait. I didn't get to the point yet. Byakuya again comes in, he picks up the rope. That has to be what's next. Without even looking at the video, that has to be what was next. He picks up the rope. Yes, and then he writes the bloodlust on the walls. That has to be what was next. Yes, correct. And then next is this. Alright, we gotta hurry up. Well, we're on the last section now. And then this is here. So, let's see if this is right.
犯人は君なんだ。じゃあまずは事件前から振り返ってみようか。
Take a look back to before the incident.
昨日の夜、セレスさんは倉庫にいる藤崎さんを見かけたんだよね。
Okay.
その時、藤崎さんは手にしたスポーツバッグにあるものを入れていたんだ。
Stuffing something into a duffel bag, yes. Okay.
青いジャージだよ。セレスさんはそれを見たんだよね。そのバッグを持った藤崎さんは夜時間にもかかわらずある場所へ向かったんだ。
Okay.
それは更衣室だよ。しかも男子更衣室だったんだ。
Boys' locker room. Okay.
でも女性だったはずの被害者がどうして男子更衣室に入れたのか。
Because they found out that she is actually a he.
なぜなら彼は男だったからなんだ。 だから
That's why
自分の
he
電
went
子
in
生
the
徒
middle
手
of the
帳を
night.
使って
Didn't want people to
男
know
子更
that.
衣室に入ることができたんだ。男子更衣室で藤崎さんは誰かと待ち合わせていた。その誰かこそが今回の事件の犯人なんだ。おそらく犯人は藤崎さんが油断している隙に凶器となるダンベルを使い、
Like, we already didn't like Mondo from the get-go. This just makes
そ
it
の
so
時
much worse.
男子更衣室のポスターやカーペットに血痕が飛び散ってしまったんだよ。
Was it like a back of the head thing?
おそらく衝動的な殺人だったんだ。準備してたとしたら計画性がなさすぎるからね。だから犯人は慌てて偽装工作に取り掛かったんだ。まず血痕のついたカーペット、同時にポスターも回収した。
Moved everything into the girls'
そし
locker
て犯
room.
人は死体を女子更衣室に運んだんだ。
But how did they get into the girls' locker room?
だからといって犯人が女子に限られるわけじゃない。玄関ホールには前園さんや江ノ島さんの手帳が置いてあったから、
So he probably stole one of their
それ
handbooks.
を使えば男子でも女子更衣室に入れたはずなんだ。そしてそうやって女子更衣室に入った犯人はさっき回収したカーペットとポスターを使いあることを行ったんだ。男子更衣室と女子更衣室の交換、つまり現場の交換だよ。
And then Byakuya walks in.
今回の事件はそれだけじゃ終わらなかった。死体の第一発見者となった小上君の介入によって事件はさらに複雑化してしまったんだ。
He wanted to make everything more difficult for us.
現場に入った戸上君は図書室にあった延長コードを使ってあることをしたんだ。そうなんだ。戸上君は延長コードを使って藤崎さんの死体を貼り付けにしたんだよ。さらに戸上君は被害者の血で現場に血文字を残したんだ。あたかもジェノサイダーショーの犯行だと僕らに錯覚させるためにね。
Just to make our lives much more
そしてその
difficult.
頃戸上君が偽装工作を行っている一方で藤崎さんのスポーツバッグなんかを処分した犯人はサウナルームへとやってきたんだ。最後の証拠品である藤崎さんの電子生徒手帳を処分するためにね。そして犯人の思惑通りその電子生徒手帳はサウナルームの熱気によって壊れてしまった。犯人は知っていたんだよ。電子生徒手帳がサウナの熱気で壊れてしまうことをね。なぜなら犯人はその前に自分の電子生徒手帳をサウナで壊していたからなんだ。これ
And
が事件の
I
全
gotta
部
tell you, man,
の
these killers are really, like, they're trying to be really smart about these things.
そうだよね、大和田モンド君。
待て、そんなはず
I gotta say, we got through this a lot better than the last one, of course. You know, where's your evidence? What do you... Come on, man.
証拠はどうなんだ。証拠はあるのか。証拠がないなら兄弟の犯行とは決めつけられないぞ。
Evidence that Mondo was the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added. A little bit about fever time and nega time. Gotta be careful with that word. During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push triangle, X triangle, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of that time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So you've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Good luck, have fun. Well, before we start this, I need to watch the video on this. To make sure I understand how this works. Okay, that wasn't necessarily helpful, but it's just like the first time, the first one, but I don't remember what button I'm supposed to use to it's gonna be triangle. X triangle. That's saying X triangle. All right, here we go. I just gotta try to stay on rhythm. Even when nega time is activated. Okay. Okay, final strike. Okay, not too bad. That part always makes me incredibly nervous. I didn't even read the statement. If my thinking so far is right. We don't?
ああ、そうだ。俺が殺したんだよ。
He outright admits it. Alright, we got an A. For this trial.
何を言ってるんだ。
もうここまで来たら諦めるしかねえだろう。おい、モノグマ、始めてくれよ。投票タイムってやつをよ。
Why did the trophy say what a mistrial?
嫌です。待ちません。で 金の投票タイムを始めます。お前らお手元のスイッチを押してください。さて、投票の結果黒となるのは誰なのか。
Why did that trophy say what a mistrial?
その答えは正解なのか不正解なのか。さあどうなんだ。
There's no point of me even doing anything there.
なんと
Oh, I'm about to say, he said, uh-oh, like we got it wrong. I was about to say. Alright, uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kyotanka chose the wrong answer. Of course. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
No.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
すまね
He admitted it outright. Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
では
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
実は
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men.
ほう
Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen this as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Weak. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Yeah, because revealing that Chihiro was in fact a boy is probably something that he would find far too embarrassing to reveal. But you would think that that would give him a motive to kill somebody. So what was Mondo's excuse? Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, he would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, Those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
ごめんなさい。
Wait, when was this? When was that conversation?
でも
Don't want to talk about it, but I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. Oh yeah, that. Okay. Yeah, I remember this conversation now. And after I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used this threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger. Now's my chance.
変わりたいんだ。
I'm gonna get stronger. And accept who I am.
自分を信じたいんだ。
Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
あのね。
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to? It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be.
そうだよ。
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So, he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. I think it's supposed to say Monokuma. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong.
しょぼーん。
That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
そう。
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did. And to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. What? What do you mean, did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room? Really? That's the reason? You wanted to continue to hide the fact that he was actually a boy, so you moved him into the girls' locker room? Like that's supposed to make anyone feel better about what you did? This, like, at this point, it means jack squat. Like moving somebody from a boys' locker room to a girls' locker room to preserve their secret makes you a noble person when you murder them. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
確かに。
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
でも
But how does moving the body keep us? Come on now, keep up.
だって。
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. And then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Well, why did you... Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
やっぱり
You didn't want anyone to know what? That you were trying to help Chihiro? So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
なんだと
So that did motivate somebody to commit a murder. Monokuma completely succeeded in baiting somebody into committing a murder. That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? That's something you wouldn't want someone to know.
そんなはずない
It's impossible.
何度も言わせるな。
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
あのね
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Screw this guy. Screw him. Get him out of here. I have never liked Mondo. This dude knocked me out for no reason. Get him out of here. Are you kidding me? You kill your own brother, then you come here and you kill somebody else because you didn't want that to be exposed? Get him out of here. He is done. Screw this guy. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daiowada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Ever. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he initiated him in everything he did, or imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. You know what? Wait a second. I might need to take back my statement because I feel like Monokuma might be doing what people in shows and movies like to do and twist it. He's saying that Mondo killed his own brother, but what he probably means to say is Mondo is responsible for the death of his brother. Not literally something that he did, but something that makes him responsible. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Alright, never mind. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? Alright, hold on one second, guys. Alright. All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why... I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what. I gotta win. I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. Yup. So, Mondo didn't literally kill him. It's something that he does. I'm assuming something that he does in the race that causes his death. But during the race, tragedy struck, yup. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, his brother saves him. So yes, exactly, like I said, Monokuma's twisting it to make it seem like Mondo literally killed him, but it's not true. His brother sacrificed himself for him. Now, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I effed up. I'm sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. And how do you hide that from them? How do you hide the fact that he died? Like, I understand that he retired, but how do you hide that from them? It's only gonna cause chaos later. Like, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Amando's lie became the truth. Screw this guy, man. He wanted to link the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
俺は
I'm strong. Thought he was gonna finish that.
強い
Strong.
強い強い強い強い強い強い強い強い
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. We don't have to read that again. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. And it would have been well deserved. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. It was destroyed the minute you lied. And that entire gang was functioning off of a lie. It was never there. It was never intact. You disgraced your brother's death the minute you decided to lie. You disgraced your brother's legacy the minute you decided to challenge him. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why. That's why Mondo... After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus! Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Cause I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right, but... I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. These are the exact words that Mondo should have been uttering. These are the exact words that Mondo's stupid ass should have been saying. But instead, he chose to lie. I'm glad that Monokuma called him weak. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. Oops. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us. So what? You saying I should just say it? Huh? You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. Thank you for admitting that. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
Huh?
You making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you effing with me right now? I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? Was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything? What's wrong? Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face? No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength. Let me get some water, hold on. That's right. I am strong. Strong. I am strong. Okay, we don't have to keep repeating it. Stronger than you! And stronger than Daya! Okay, well, he doesn't know who Daya was. Anyway. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet. Covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. And I was just staring at him. Down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
殺した藤崎千尋を殺しちまった。いつまで経っても自分の弱さを克服できないせいで。
Well, again, at least you're glad. I'm glad that you're at least admitting it now.
そのせいでとんでもねえことをしちまった。
He was normally so aggressive and so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his. And it turned him cold-blooded. Oh, why was this a secret? Oh, how is this a surprise? Like, do you guys not know what people say about bullies? Anyone who chooses to bully another person is miserable on the inside. Like, Mondo is the epitome of that. And because that's what Mondo was this whole time, just a bully. And now you see why he was such a bully. And because the entire time, he was weak and miserable on the inside. This should not have been a surprise to anybody. His entire personality is incredibly hot-headed. God damn it. Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory? For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. Well, you don't have to rub it in, man. You bastard! Just shut up! You son of a bee! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you! Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The Blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished. Hold on. Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No! Wait! Let's give it everything we got. It's punishment time. I said wait! I'm sorry, man.
男同士の約束守れなかった。
I didn't have to read that one. Alright, well, it's punishing time. At least you'll get to see him. Oh no, that's right, you won't, because you're going somewhere else. This was a biker gang, so I don't think that we're committing serious crimes like murder or anything like that, but so I would say Daya is in heaven. That's not where Mondo's going. Monokuma is literally on a motorcycle, he's on the back seat, and he's gonna take a ride straight into the underworld. The Cage of Death. Alright, rev the engine, alright. Hold on, we fixed it. Ejection. Oh, he's just gonna spin him around that cage for eternity? Alrighty then. Mondo butter, really? Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. That is a horrible quote. Nobody live off of that one. It can't be. I can't believe it's not Mondo butter, seriously. And people actually made memes of that, because I didn't know that. I'm glad I didn't, because that would have spoiled the whole game for me. I can't believe it's not Mondo butter. My brother, he's not your brother. Another murder and another execution. This is crazy because I was serious, I won't say we, I was seriously under the impression that I had, thanks for the follow, that I had Byakuya on the ropes. But they kept egging the trial on more and more. And finally Kyoko was like, I gotta bait somebody into giving themselves up. Now, what can I say that will give themselves up? And she completely baited Mondo into giving himself away. Alright, I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. Yeah, that's a way of putting it. I feel like I might be going mad. Now? You feel like you might be going mad? Not when the love of your life was the first one gone? Maybe I'll just let it happen. It was so nice to get to hear it twice. And as Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. Huh. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Of course, Byakuya, as Makoto was just saying. Byakuya You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? When are you guys gonna realize and understand that he does not see any of you as friends? He said it multiple times.
当然だ。
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
ね
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
えだけど
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime? Because again, he thinks this is a game. He wanted to confuse us.
なんだ。
And why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. The last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
まったく
So you ignored the nighttime rule as well. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
仕方があり
Well,
ま
I
せ
don't
んわね
particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He didn't witness the murder, he witnessed the corpse. He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
そうだ。
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Unfortunately, he is right. That wouldn't be fun to him or to Monokuma. We, of course, are in no interest of having fun here, but... Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. Yeah, let me just take a dead body and bind it to a couple of carts with some extension cords, and then write bloodlust on the wall using the victim's blood. That'll liven things up. It's one thing to celebrate somebody's death, it's another thing to tamper with the corpse. It just shows a complete lack of respect whatsoever, which he clearly had none for anybody anyway. You did all that to liven things up?
なるほどね
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
ゲイだよ。
But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
そう
So that was your reason. You satisfied?
え
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
えね
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
おやおや
Oh, I'm up next?
えあなたは
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Because he thinks exactly the way Byakuya thinks. This is all just a game. This is all for his enjoyment. He cares nothing for our lives.
うぷぷぷ
You like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
何？
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
己
What do you mean?
は
Mean? Mean? Mean?
なんだよほら
Good grief! I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Yeah, thank you. It's like, what's so hard to understand? Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Not if somebody goes after you next.
あわわドキドキ
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
やめろ。
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
戸上の名
In
に
the
かけ
name of the Togami family for which victory is foregone conclusion.
はしゃいじゃって
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mod for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Why do I keep hitting his buttons?
ぷぷぷ
Temper, temper. It sounds like someone needs a nap.
ぷぷぷぷ
Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue. Yes, indeed, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. At this point, everybody who is still alive now is just increasingly anxious, increasingly afraid. I feel like somebody's gonna take their own life. Now, we'll see. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell and had more of a future than us. Man, that's a big line there. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
いやはやそれにしてもだね
Who's he talking to?
いいペースだよ、これすごくいいペースだやっぱりさ膠着状態になる前に最初の殺人に及んだ彼女の功績が大きいよね
Plug my phone in.
加速し始めたらあとはジェットコースターと一緒もう止まらない恐怖と絶望は全てを凌駕するスピードで突き進むでも残念なのはせっかく連中の中に送り込んだ君の活躍の場がなくなってしまうことだよね
I'm seriously curious as to who he's talking to.
本来なら口火を切るのは君の役目だったんだけどまあいいかしょうがないから君はそのまま学園生活を盛り上げてちょうだいみんなそれを望んでるんだからね
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
3サイズ以外の質問なら受け付けるよ
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
うほーいやはやいくらこいちまった受付はしたけど超却下だよ鬼却下だよだってさそれは僕の奥の手だもん 奥の手をあっさり他人に見せるバカはいないでしょ。いくら仲間同士といえどもさ。
What does he mean, the 16th student? How many of us total were there? There were 15 of us total. So there's somebody else. Oh my goodness, guys. Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. The end. Now that's why we call it Boy's Life of Despair. And we are now knocked down to 10 people left. You received the crazy diamond present. Okay. Yes, save. Alright, well, that's the end of the class trial and the end of the stream. This game, man, this franchise is seriously... I can't believe it took me so long to start playing this. But now, tomorrow... Koga will be starting a game. Little Nightmares 3. You still have to buy it first and let it download and all that. And once again, I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm absolutely not guaranteeing that I am finishing that game. I'm absolutely not guaranteeing it. I know that Little Nightmares 3 is most likely not a super long game. None of the Little Nightmares games are long. But still, you know how I am with horror games. And that's not even that bad of a horror game. But still, that game is, I can tell, it's incredibly difficult. Like, there's no instructions other than the controls. There are no, and you have to figure out everything on your own in these games. And it's like I'm just gonna be watching a guide video the whole time. Like, because I'm not gonna be able to figure out a lot of stuff on my own. So, Koga will be back tomorrow for Little Nightmares 3, so stay tuned for that, and thank you for all the follows. This means that I am now 5 followers away. I keep forgetting to save this playlist. But anyway, I am now 5 followers away from my follower goal. So, I am really hoping to see more of you join the community. It's only gonna keep getting better from here. So, thank you guys for watching, and have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.